let me say this once and for all. I do Okinawan karate, not Japanese karate. And the fact that there are traditions and rituals associated with karate has zero bearings on an Okinawan practitioner. Not a practitioner who's Okinawan, but someone who does an Okinawan style. Because Okinawan systems of karate, of tote, but I'll say karate, they're not about tradition. They're not about how traditional you are. They're not about how well starched your gi is, how you take your shoes off before you step into the dojo and you bow at this very particular angle to the dojo shrine and you all this stuff. It's not about that. It's about the fighting. It's about the art. It's about the style. It's about not stylized, not stylistic, but it's about the system that's been handed down. It's about becoming an effective warrior. And that's what every martial art should be about, right? Boxing is about winning boxing match. Wrestling is about winning wrestling matches. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is about wrestling criminals to the street and to the ground and putting handcuffs on them. You know, it's every art should be about what it's about, what you're doing with it. And if you're just doing an art to retain a tradition, that's fine. Do that if you want to, but that's not Okinawan karate. And so I couldn't be bothered with anything rishiki, anything tradition, other than academic study and however it can inform my understanding of the art itself, of the techniques themselves, of the evolution of the art over time, of the mindset of one master versus the mindset of another, how this form changed over time. That's all great. That's what I want to be studying, not, well, what type of material should my belt be made out of? How many millimeters above my ankle or below my ankle should my gi pants be? I don't even care about the Asian words for techniques, because the Japanese words were not used in Okinawa. It wasn't part of the style. So anything that makes my art traditional, if it doesn't add to the art itself, I couldn't be bothered with. I wear gis because I like gis. Fine. I like the way they make me feel. They make me feel snappier. But I'll wear a polyester shirt and tactical pants to train in. I don't care. Here's the thing. There's a difference in practicing a historic art and practicing your traditions. And there's nothing wrong with tradition. There's nothing wrong with having something that you've passed on for hundreds of years, but know why you've been retaining it. And I think that's the difference. Looking for the why. Why did they do this? Why did they do that? How does this help me? Not, well, this is the way it's done, so that's the way I'm going to do it. But this is the way this master did it for this reason. This is the way this master did it for this reason. Those are the kinds of traditions I can get behind. We pass on a legacy with traditions, and there's nothing wrong with that. But we can't let that legacy get in the way of retaining the thing itself. We can't lose the art in its traditions. And if you want to study up on the traditions, heck, I want to study up on the history of my art. But whatever you do, don't let it become the main thing. if you're practicing your art primarily for self-protective purposes. Because if you lose track of that, Miyamoto Musashi said, a slight divergence at first will become a big divergence later. And that's exactly what we've seen in martial arts as martial arts in the West. That's exactly what we've seen. Slight diversions growing over the decades. And I'm sure the same could be said in the Japanese culture that they originated from. Hey, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more of what's coming out daily from O Sleeper Tactical. If you have a question about fighting or martial arts, throw it down in the comment section and you might see it answered in a future video. For more of what you just finished watching, check the description for links to related content.